Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this broadcast. The question that I have for you today is, what is the role of fear in causing chronic stress in our lives or in your life? What do you think that the role of fear is? What's the biggest thing that it does? So I'd like to suggest that the the biggest thing that fear does is that it sometimes will paralyze us into inaction. So the the topic for today's encouragement is to face your fears. So facing your fears is something that I see a lot of patients do throughout the week. Many patients that I have the privilege of interacting with sometimes have very difficult things going on, and they either have the choice of stopping living essentially or going forward with whatever their life has for them. And sometimes it's with serious restrictions in what they get to do for the rest of their life. Sometimes it's with full knowledge that their life expectancy is very short because of a bad disease. Uh, the thing, though, that often happens is that we don't face our fears because um, it's too uncomfortable and we don't like the feeling of fear, so we just kind of look in a different direction. Somebody, more than one person, has said that courage is being aware of your fear, but doing the right thing anyway. So I see a lot of courageous people because they know what they're afraid of, yet they choose to go forward with whatever they can do to make their life or the life of their loved ones a better life. So the context of all of this is, as if you've seen some of the other videos, is looking at life from a whole health perspective. And so that means looking at emotional, spiritual, and physical aspects of health. And of course, facing your fears kind of overlaps with all of that because we have physical manifestations of fears. The spiritual life is, I think, one of the ways that we grow strongest in facing our fears, but fear is an emotion. It's one of the most controlling emotions that we experience. One of the reasons that it creates a lot of stress for us is because the source of chronic stress is a big gap between our expectations and our reality. And none of us like to feel fear, at least not very many of us like to, and just even being in that space is so far from where we want to be that it is a stressful experience of feeling fear. So facing our fears means recognizing what's there and moving forward with our life anyway. So my question for you, for your own reflection right now, is what are you afraid of in your life that is keeping you from moving forward to do whatever God wants you to do? So what are you afraid of right now as you ask yourself that question, and how is it holding you back from doing the thing that God would want to have in your life? Each one of us, it's a different issue. All of us have this experience, and so my encouragement for you today is to choose courage, because ultimately that dramatically decreases the effect of chronic stress in our life, essentially heals stress in many different ways. And it turns out that it opens doors of blessing for ourselves and for our families as we move forward in spite of fear with courage. I wish you well, and I encourage you to share this message with friends and family. Have a great day, and God bless.